How can you prepare yourself to be strong and ready when opportunities present themselves? Then you need to figure out what your true talents or skills are. By understanding your innate abilities, you may be able to determine what to do in a given scenario and how to apply your abilities to get the desired results. We call them the 10 profiles in our Bazi chart. There are 10 main types of abilities. The key is to understand how to make the most of your Bazi chart and inherent abilities. Once you're aware of this, you may determine whether or not you want to devote time to developing these skills. What makes you happy and what success means to you is not the same for everyone. Your profile defines your sense of accomplishment and purpose in life. If you're having trouble in life, no matter how hard you try or how many sacrifices you make, keep reading to learn how to make the most of your abilities. Since we're entering a new phase from 2024 onwards, the guidelines outlined below will also apply to period 9. Your 10 profiles, healthy or unhealthy. So, what does it mean to have a healthy profile? If your profile is between 50 and 85%, it is considered healthy. It suggests that your profile will tend to be more good than negative. Anything exceeding 85%, on the other hand, may become harmful. Similarly, if your profile is less than 25% or even 0, it is more difficult for you to use those skills. Your profile's strength can fluctuate from year to year. The ones you were born with will be displayed as natal and ranked from highest to lowest percentage. It will, however, vary year to year, as indicated by the term annual. It could make acquiring specific abilities easier if it has a high percentage. Anyhow, it takes time for your skills to develop and mature. Then, the profiles that are least significant to you will be at the bottom of the list. Every person will have a unique profile. We recommend that most newcomers concentrate on their main profile, which is the profile that influences their primary abilities, even if your main profile is 100%. Additionally, we can examine the top 3 profiles in your natal chart. It's because our top 3 profiles are the most straightforward to master. It is something to which we should devote more attention. However, your 4th and 5th profiles can add value to others since they are easy to execute too. The 10 profiles, the technicalities. In a nutshell, how did this main profile come about? Technically, based on your date of birth, we can derive your main profile from the month pillar. Your best ability is determined when we examine the season at its peak and the element that is the peak of the season. Therefore, your best ability or talent is your main profile. The other profiles play an important role in rounding out your abilities and making you a whole person. It's also worth noting that the highest ranked profile may not be your primary main profile. Thus, it can be found in any of the first 3 spots. The artist, eating god. Our abilities are the only thing that remains true. If eating god, e.g., is your primary profile or one of your top 3, you are more likely to display the traits listed below. Traits: subtle strategy, problem solving, creativity and innovation. Because of your inventiveness, you will be able to innovate product and service development. The late Steve Jobs is one of the best examples of a strong EG person. He was one of the top business people who came up with the idea to develop the phone with his Apple phone, which changed the mobile phone industry forever. Thus, if your main profile is eating god, e.g., you'll need to figure out how to harness your creativity. Popular career choices include artists, celebrities, story writers, journalists, and authors. You will also be able to deal with challenges with ease. When you put yourself in a fast-paced, slightly stressful situation, you can find that you flourish there. Therefore, you can't work in a relaxed environment. You won't be able to grow and will become easily bored if your career becomes too mundane and dull. Irritation and anxiety may begin to creep in once this happens. Career, creativity. The eating god, e.g., is highly associated with creativity. Because creativity can take various forms, you can bring your creative side to work and devise innovative ways to solve problems, complete sales, or even design something valuable for your job. You should also anticipate problems and assist in their resolution. Additionally, you can adopt a problem-solving mindset. Obstacles aren't scary. As a result, you should strive to figure out what's causing the issues and come up with inventive solutions. You will be able to generate a concept. More opportunities will open up as you can address more problems. You can manufacture more items and services and sell them to the industry if you are a business owner or self-employed. If you work for a company, on the other hand, you can assist your boss with their issues. As a result, the more problems you assist in solving, the more likely you are to be promoted and survive in the firm. Relationship, intimacy. Those who have a healthy eating god, e.g., will want to engage in sexual intimacy, mental connection, or both options. In the bedroom, sexual intimacy can imply that you connect mentally with your partner through your body, mind, and spirit. Additionally, mental connections can indicate that you can have intellectual conversations with others. On the other hand, it could mean that you have a special emotional bond with others and that you can finish the sentence of your spouse when they speak. You will also want to enjoy the finer things in life and indulge in some pleasures. Good cuisine, travel, great conversations, and connection with others are some examples. As a result, those with low EG, or zero EG, may have reduced sexual drive. It could be for them to have a baby, after which they are unconcerned about it. Wealth, creation. The strong you will want to leave its mark on the universe by inventing something new. Your significant impact will come through your creations. You can create new items and services, new intellectual property, or new formulations and recipes. Additionally, because of your distinctive way of thinking, you may have inventive ideas that you can use. Therefore, you should strive to develop new products and introduce them to the market. Blogging, writing, or becoming a book publisher are all possibilities too. Bonus, the 10 profiles, your winning arena. Now that you learn the potential of your abilities, you can determine which areas you should operate on based on our Bazi chart. The traditional interpretation of our Bazi chart can help us comprehend the following. Year pillar, your network month pillar, your career day pillar, our sales hour pillar, your children nonetheless. As long as you are doing what you are good at and in the correct job position, you may never be unemployed. The 10 profiles, period 9 strategy. However, when it comes to period 9, these pillars have different meanings. You may be capable of excelling in at least one of the areas since each pillar contains the 10 profiles too. But, if you have the following profiles in the right pillars, it will benefit you greatly. It can appear in the top row, heavenly stem, or the bottom row, hidden stem. Year pillar, attention, O/host/RW. You can use virtual means to attract attention. But, a robust social media presence is required. You can also try to increase the number of people who follow you on social media. Additionally, you must also present yourself nicely and communicate clearly. Month pillar, solution, DW/do/DR. You have the best chance of succeeding in the corporate world. But, you have to determine what your clients' requirements are. If you're self-employed, figure out what your corporate clients are demanding and provide a solution. Day pillar, philosophy, FEG. It refers to your way of thinking, like if you were thinking of creating your own business, comparable to indie businesses. You can work as a freelancer or start a home-based business. Moreover, you may create a niche market for yourself by having your product and services. Owl pillar, leverage, IR/7K. You can work on any of the categories that are mentioned above. It's because you're able to bring people together. You can use others to fill in the gaps that people require, even if you don't have the answer yourself. Additionally, you can also be an angel investor,